Morning to all of you. Today, open your book Total English. We are going to start our next chapter, chapter number 9, that is active and passive. You know what is active? Active voice and passive voice refer to the form of verb. Who does it refer? Refer to the form of verb. In active voice, what happens? The subject of the verb is the person or thing doing action. Who is doing action in that active voice? Person or thing. Like Naveen cooked the food. Who is cooking? Naveen. And this person relates to an active person. In the passive voice, action is done to the subject. The food was cooked by Naveen. Now, which thing is going to be cooked? Food. Okay, that is in a form of passive. Passive voice occurs very commonly in English. It is not merely an alternative to the active voice but has its own distinctive uses. Okay, so what happens in active? Naveen, the person who does the work, and the passive, the work which is done by another one, that is food. Okay, so there are different form of passive voice. First we'll see a tense of to be positive past participle. So it can be like he washes, he has washed, he will wash. In three forms it is defined the tense. Okay. So it is in the form of active. He is washing can come, he was washing can come. So these are the form of which forms? Active forms. Okay, both are active forms. So if we make the passive, so what it comes? The clothes. Now the clothes are more. So we are going to be are, or in place of has it will be have, and will is going to be will be. Third form washed by him. And if the next one is going to be there, now here is he is or was washing clothes. The clothes more in place of is, that is are, plural of was, that is were being washed by him. That is the first form of active and passive conversion. In the second past participle, model plus be or have been plus past participle. He may wash, have washed the clothes, that is model. The clothes may be or have been. The clothes may be or have been washed by him. This is the form of passive voice. Okay. Now we have infinitive to be or to have been plus past participle. In active form, he is or was. Okay. That will be there in the tense to wash the clothes. Now you will going to do, the object comes in the place of subject. The clothes, that is the plural form, are to be. Now what we have put? To be or were to have been washed by him. This was the third way. Now ing form being or having been plus past participle. What will happen in active? Washing or having washed. Now here it becomes being or having been washed. Okay. So comes to the next topic, that is transitive and intransitive verbs. What are that? Passive voice occurs only with the verb used transitive. Okay. And another one followed by object. What it has been followed by? Object. First, in active word is shown, someone beat him yesterday. In the form of passive, he was, someone beat him. Him word shows that the person who is male. He was. Yesterday means in the past. So he was, third form, beaten by someone. That is again yesterday. What it shows, used verb transitively. Okay. Again, many verbs can be used transitively or intransitively, like the door opened. Perhaps it can be opened by itself, it can be opened by someone like mother, father, etc. So the door was opened. Okay, these are shown the pattern. Now we have direct and indirect objects. That comes under, we have a passive form, direct and indirect. In active form, it is shown that he gave her. But he gave her, that is indirect object, a pen. Now, if we'll make in a passive form, she was given a pen by him, or a pen was given to her by him. And even it is necessary to turn an active verb with the two objects into passive object if it is emphasized or is made the subject, because we are often interested in people, animal, etc., and then things, personal subject, and more common impersonal. So what we have studied, that we have changed, seen that how active form becomes passive by putting object in place of subject. Then we used helping verbs, then verb third form, and object. In the different forms, we have studied form of passive voice. Then we have studied transitive and intransitive verb, which is used that the following object. And here we have studied again direct and indirect objects. Passive form can be in two ways, that is in a direct and indirect way. This is all about we need to do this time for this chapter. I request you to solve any of the story or essay or picture composition from this. You need to write on your notebook. Thank you. Have a good day.